You know, a few years ago, a movie came out called The Bucket List. And the point behind the movie was to encourage people to get out there and live before they die. Now, the reason that this is important is that we all grow up with dreams and aspirations. But if we're not careful, those can be shoved aside and destroyed by everyday life. Well, the gearhead world is similar because there's some things that everybody would like to do, like own an exotic car like a Pantera or a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Another good example is to be an astronaut or to be a race car driver or a Blue Angels jet pilot. But those are just crazy kid dreams, right? I mean, an average person can't be a Blue Angel, can they? Well, you might be surprised. But the only way that you're really going to answer that question is to find out about them. Check them out. See what makes them tick. And since that is what this show is all about, strap in and hold on because we are going flying.
Rolling out. Dino's clear. Bus clear. Cloud still factor. Off.
When the opportunity came to fly with the Blue Angels, I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I knew it was going to be unlike anything I'd ever done before. And the briefing that I got before the flight drove that point home even more.
There is a chance you will get sick. There's air sickness bags in the jet. Usually after someone passes out or when you land, all that adrenaline starts pumping, and that's when most people get sick. So there's a chance. I'm not going to tell you there's not. I got sick my first flight, so it happens.
One of the biggest surprises was that the Blue Angels don't wear G-suits when they're flying to keep from passing out. Now, since we're going to be pulling about 7.5 Gs, and most people pass out at 3, they teach you a special maneuver to keep from going to sleep. It ain't pretty, but it gets the job done.
So the whole sequence is going to say, Stacey, you want to do this maneuver? You're going to say, sure. He's going to say, squeeze those legs, take a deep breath, ready, hit it. And you see how red my face got? Mm-hmm. That's that blood forcing up in your head to keep you conscious.
At this point, it was time to get in the jet, and Lieutenant C.J. Simonson took a few minutes to make sure that I was up to speed on what we were about to do. I couldn't help thinking that I'd just been strapped into the wildest roller coaster in existence, except there was no track, and this ride was going to last an hour.
All right, Stacey, you ready to roll? I'm ready to roll. 60 knots, 80 knots, 100 knots, 120.
Once our wheels cleared the tarmac, things really got rolling as Lieutenant Simonson hit the afterburners and pulled the F-18 straight vertical.
Ready, hit it.
Inside the cockpit, I swear it felt like we had just been shot to the moon.
That's awesome, man!
Incredible.
Wow, you ever get tired of this? Never.
After that, we began to fly the exact routine that the Blue Angels fly at air shows. And between the world revolving around you,
And push forward on the stick as we feel 0G. At the backside again, we'll feel about 2.5 Gs.
and being tossed around in your restraints,
These restraints were tight.
it's hard to believe that these guys can fly these jets this close and not end up swapping some paint. To show off the jet, Lieutenant Simonson demonstrated the slow fly capabilities of the Hornet.
Anytime we're in a dogfight with a dissimilar aircraft, we will try and force the fight into a slow-speed fight because our aircraft has dominance in the slow-speed arena.
And then dropped it down on the deck and took a supersonic.
We're coming up on 600, Mach 0.95, there's 630, there's Mach 1, 700 miles per hour.
We did flips. We did rolls. We flew inverted. We even made imaginary bombing runs on imaginary enemies down below. And right in the middle of all this, Lieutenant Simonson kicked us into a hard turn and had us pulling 7.4 Gs. I felt like I had a '56 Buick on my back. Now keep in mind the pilot is feeling the same thing and still flying the plane holding a 40-pound stick. What an incredible ride, and what an incredible honor to be able to do this. Now, hopefully, this gives you some insight on what an amazing organization the Blue Angels are. And if you've ever dreamed about being part of something like this, well, the only thing that's stopping you is you, because they'd love to have you. And if you do it, you'll end up with a great education, and you'll get the chance to mess around with millions of dollars worth of cool equipment and get paid for it. Yeah. And right in the middle of all of this, you're going to find you get the chance to do things that other people only dream of doing.
These clips are great, but to see full episodes, go to countryroadtv.com.